Hi, I'm Plummy, and in this episode of Radio I'm gonna be reacting to Golden Child's recent comeback, Rap Pam Pam. The last comeback, Burn It, was actually surprisingly entertaining because Golden Child has definitely had some good songs that I've genuinely personally enjoyed, but Burn It is probably right now my favorite and most memorable Golden Child song. So far, it's because pretty much because it's the one song that I've listened to from them the most, and the one song that I can think of the top of my head because I've listened to it that much. And I don't really check out teasers that much for most songs because I don't like spoiling myself about what the song could sound like because that could set my expectations too high. So I end up not liking the song, or I'll get spoiled with how the song sounds like. So whenever I listen to it, I'm not as blown away as I would have been if I didn't saw the teasers. So I haven't personally seen the teasers, but I've seen people's opinions on this being that it's kind of similar to Burn It, at least the music video is. So I'm curious to see whether the song is going to be kind of in a similar take or whether I'm gonna like it as much as I did for Burn It. And you should definitely check out my reaction to that song because I really enjoyed it. And the music video as well. That was a really cool music video with a storyline. I'm kind of expecting the same thing for this music video because I think the way they did it with that one was really great. But there's only one way to find out, so without further ado, let's get into it in 3, 2, 1. Oh shit, it's the end of the flipping world! I mean, I guess they did Zombie Apocalypse last time. So we're doing Alien Invasion now? I mean, I dig it. It's definitely a different way to do K-pop music videos, that's for sure. One thing I can already say about the song, it's definitely not as emotional as Burn It, but I also don't think it's supposed to be. Ooh, I like that. Like, Burn It was supposed to be emotional because the story of the music video was also very personal and emotional. This is like an alien invasion. I don't really think it's gonna be to be it's emotional as much as it is cool and actiony. So yeah, I definitely don't like the song as much as I did for Burn It, but I'm still really enjoying it. Although again, I don't really think that the song and the concept of the music video really vibe as well as they did for Burn It. With this part here, it does, and I wish there was more of this vibe throughout the song. But for the rest of it, it really doesn't gel with it. Like, the song still sounds good, but how to say, it's a little too happy. It needs to be a little bit more dramatic, I feel like. Like, Burn It really did it magnificently. But hey, maybe after the second listen it's gonna sound better, I don't know. I don't really appreciate the concept of the music video though. It's really cool and creative. Like, this is like, again, a whole ass movie in a music video. And yeah, I'm just ultimately saying that this doesn't work as well as Burn It did. Not that it doesn't work at all. I still think it works. But in my opinion, it just could have worked better. Based on my personal feelings towards this song. Sorry, that only has nothing to do with how interesting this music video is. I'm just tired because I'm doing this very late in the night. Because that's the only time I can record these videos. Okay, so I don't really think I have much to say about this song. As I said, I ultimately enjoyed it, but I feel like in this case, the song just doesn't work with the music video as well, because it kind of feels a little more generic K-pop. I'm not saying it's a generic song, please don't misunderstand me. I'm just saying that it's not as unique, I guess could be another way to say it. It's not as unique as Burn It was. Like, Burn It still had some mainstream K-pop elements, but I feel like the fact that with the music, the way the music video was, it was kind of like a warm and summery kind of song, but it was kinda dressed in an emotional and somber tone, made it such a unique song. In this case, I feel like they kind of forgot that somber and sad part of it, and that kind of makes it not really work for some reason. Because it's, again, a very much an apocalyptic scenario, but it doesn't really have the sad undertones, which I feel like it doesn't necessarily have to have those sad undertones, but it did work for Burn It, so I don't see why they couldn't have done it with this one as well. So yeah, I can't really exactly tell you how they could have done it better, I just can tell you what doesn't work for me. I feel like if the song had a more normal music video, I probably would have enjoyed it more, because again, there's a huge clash with the music video that wasn't really there with Burn It, because the song and the music video fit each other. In this case, I don't really feel like it quite does. Or maybe it does, and it's just not really appealing to me. I don't know, it could be either of those things. Ultimately, it means that I just don't really enjoy this as much as I did for Burn It. Which is not the end of the world, not every song has to surpass or equal the last one, but it's good when they do, you know? Good for reactions and good for my enjoyment of a group. But still, it's not like they completely failed or it was a bad song. I think it's a great song, pretty great for most people. It's just, I'm a very picky person as well. And also for the sake of these reaction videos, I do have to get somewhat overly critical of K-pop songs. So there's a justification for me doing these reactions, but yeah, I don't know. Again, we still have to react to it the second time, and maybe it's gonna sound better during the second listen, but so far, it's not bad, but I'm not really too much into it either. But still, let's get into it one more time and see how I'm gonna feel about it afterwards. In 3, 2, 1. I don't really like the CGI, it actually looks pretty good. Especially for a K-pop music video. For some reason it gives off Far Cry New Dawn vibes, for some reason. Yeah, I really think that somber undertone is really missing from this song. If they wanted to go with a happier feeling song, I feel like they should have gone for a more happier story, I guess, for the music video. And yeah, the song on its own is actually pretty fine. Especially the chorus. Yeah, I definitely like it more on second listen. It's just that it still doesn't work with the music video. But on its own, it's actually good. Yeah, this part of the song I do really like. I find it really catchy. Okay, is there anything else? You know, if you were gonna go with such a serious ending, why didn't you have the whole song be serious? Like Burn It. Because that's exactly my criticism for this song. It's missing the sad undertones or overtones, honestly. Because that was a big part of Burn It, and it's why Burn It works, and this one really doesn't for me. And again, I don't hate the song. If this song had a different music video, I would love it. The song on its own, I think it's still great. And this is gonna be a little bit of a different way of how I'm gonna rate this. Because typically I will rate everything together, not just the song or the music video. I just give one rating for that whole thing. But in this case, if this song had a normal music video, I would probably give it a 9.1 out of 10. I think that's still a very good score, but even with a more fitting music video, I still prefer Burn It, personally. For this song, the way it is, after the first listen, I was thinking of giving them like an 8.3 out of 10 because of the criticism that I had, but on the second listen, it worked better, and I enjoyed it more. But even then, it's still gonna be at most an 8.7 out of 10 for the whole thing. And I still don't really like it anywhere near as much as I did for Burn It. Burn It just had both kind of like a bittersweet feel that I feel like this song was missing. And I don't know why they didn't add it. It like, if you're going to go for another apocalyptic storyline in your music video, why are you not gonna go with the sad feeling for it again? Why would you go with a more... I mean, I can't even say that it's happy, but it's not sad. And it's kind of annoying, honestly. Because I want to like this song. I wanted to get another good of a song, just like Burn It, but we really didn't get that. And please don't take this as if I'm hating on the group or I'm hating on the song or whatever. I just see the potential, I feel like. And it just bothers me that it's not as good as it could have been. But yeah, I still think it's a song that most people will find just fine. Because I'm also a very picky person, but yeah, I don't know. That's how I feel about it. Comment down below what you guys think about this song. I'll be really curious to see some different viewpoints of this. Maybe you change my mind. Who knows? But yeah, also, if this is coming with B-sides and an album and the whole shebang, and you want me to check out the B-sides, definitely make sure to comment it down below so I know that there is a demand for a reaction like that, because Personally, I don't really have too much of an interest in checking out the B-sides of this album, maybe of the album of Burn It, if there was one, which I assume that there probably was, but I don't really have an interest in checking out this song. Usually, whenever I don't enjoy a title track, the chances of me enjoying a B-side are very low, but maybe you guys who have checked out the B-sides know better than me, so you can direct me to a really good song in the B-sides. Or, if you really want me to do a reaction to the B-sides as soon as possible, you can also go to my Patreon, which is linked in the description down below, and demand me to do a reaction by subscribing to the tier created for that. Because if you comment in the comments down below a request to a K-pop music video or an album or anything of the sorts, I will still probably try to do it, but I cannot guarantee you that I will do a reaction to it and when I'm gonna do that. If you decide to subscribe to the tier on my Patreon though, it's certain. It's happening as soon as I sit down to record the next K-pop reaction videos. So yeah, it's up to you. You can do either or both, but only one guarantees that I'm gonna react to it, so yeah, it's ultimately your decision. And as we are on the theme about Patreon, I also want to give a huge shout out to my first ever patron on Patreon, Omari Bridgman. Again, if you want to join that person, the link is in the description down below. But before we end this video, I just want to quickly explain to you something that you might be wondering about, like, why am I dressed the way I am? Why do I look the way I do? And if you've been subscribed to my channel for a long time, you would know the answer already, because back when I started my YouTube channel, I had super long hair and I was dressing femininely in every single video. But for those of you who don't know, which I assume it's most of you, I'm actually transgender. I think I'm more of a non-binary rather than a male to female, because there are quite a few times where I don't really feel like dressing femininely and looking feminine and looking like a girl, and I just want to look like a normal guy. But I feel like in a lot of the time I do want to look feminine. So for the sake of simplicity, I decided to just settle on non-binary, although I definitely really want to be much more feminine than I am right now, like almost like androgynous. But due to my current situation, I'm unable to transition because I still live with my parents. I tried to transition secretly while still living with my parents, but they started noticing that I was looking more feminine and that I obviously had my long hair back then, and they were pressuring me to cut it all the time. And even when I was growing it out, they were constantly pressuring me to not grow it out, and now they are pressuring me to not grow it out again. I'm really unable to transition, and there's no really way out of this situation for me, because I can't get a job. I've tried to, but I just can't seem to get any job. And even if I was able to get a job, I wouldn't really be able to transition in my country where I live while working that job, because people here are completely bigoted, and they will harass me, they will bully me, and they probably the employers will probably never even hire me if I actually decided to completely transition. So the only way for me to actually be who I am, who I truly am, is if I actually start being successful with YouTube and start making money off of YouTube, because I don't really have to care about what anybody thinks of me, and I can just be who I want to be and dress however I want and all those stuff. So with all this information and me telling you that I don't want to guilt trip you into helping me out, I don't want to make you feel bad about my situation and wanting to manipulate you into helping me out or boosting the subscribers on my channel or anything like that, I ask you if you're able to help me out by donating to my Patreon or donating to my PayPal, which is for that you will have to get in touch with me in the comments down below to set it up properly, because I haven't really done that, because I assume nobody's really gonna want to do that. But if you're able to do that, I would really appreciate it. But again, this is literally the only way for me out. This is the only way out. So yeah, it's completely up to you. If you can help me out monetarily, then at the very least, I think it would be great if you could help out in other ways. Like I said earlier, liking the channel, liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and all those other stuff. But yeah, I'm not trying to guilt trip you. I'm just explaining to you my situation and hoping that you can help me out. But yeah, and yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like, subscribe. Also, check out the description to my Twitter if you want to follow me over there, and to my Wattpad where I post my stories. Because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer, and I'm actually soon gonna be posting a new chapter of my ongoing zombie story, Dead Inside. It's gonna be really fun, and I feel like it's gonna be relatable to almost everybody who has lived through the last year, so I think it's definitely worth checking out. So go to my Wattpad and keep an eye out for whenever I release that story. It's definitely gonna happen in the next few days, I can tell you that much. But yeah, if you want to support me for these stories that I write on Wattpad, or for any of my video content, again, you can do that on my Patreon. But if you don't want to support me on Patreon, that is completely fine. You can help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think that's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!